Hello class, this is Professor Morrison, and this is the working thesis statement for an argument of evaluation essay activity. This step in your essay comes right after peer review. Make sure that you have your rough draft handy and that you know what your working thesis statement is. You're going to begin by providing your working thesis statement from your rough draft. Then you are going to revise your working thesis statement and you're going to turn in both the working thesis statement and your new revised thesis statement. That is all you are turning in for this assignment. So, step 1, write down your working thesis statement from your rough draft. Make sure that you remember writing is a process. There's always room for improvement. So here is an example of a thesis statement for an argument of evaluation essay, even though your topic will be different. Through the balance of classic songwriting, experimentalism, and the harnessing of musical technology, the Beatles created the masterpiece that is Abbey Road. All right, so now we're going to start a new working thesis. You're going to start with the main idea for your argument. Remember that you were given the format in your assignment instructions of X is or is not a good Y or something similar. So for my main idea, that would be the Beatles created the masterpiece that is Abbey Road. Alternatively, you may begin with the contents of box 3. You could reverse it like I did in my working thesis example and say, through the balance of classic songwriting, experimentalism, and the harnessing of musical technology. So you could start with your plan of development first or your main idea first, but you really do have to have both. And you need to be saying something about what you are analyzing. So in this case, I'm calling Abbey Road a masterpiece, meaning it is very, very good. So either you started with your main idea and you now need to have your plan of development, or you started with your plan of development and you now need your main idea. But either way, we're working in two parts here. So if you started with your main idea, you want to go ahead and add because or another appropriate word and insert 3 brief reasons that support your main idea. Remember, these need to be the criteria that correspond to the genres of the film that you chose to analyze. You could say something like, because it meets or does not meet criteria A, B, and C, or something similar. Alternatively, if you started with your plan of development, you then need to add your main idea. They can be in either order as long as you have both. Okay, now we're going to put it all together. X is or is not a good Y because it meets or does not meet criteria A, B, and C. You don't have to structure it exactly this way, but you do need to include all of that information. So I could have it say this way here. Through the balance of classic songwriting, experimentalism, and the harnessing of musical technology, the Beatles created the masterpiece that is Abbey Road. Or, the Beatles created the masterpiece that is Abbey Road through the balance of classic songwriting, experimentalism, and the harnessing of musical technology. Either way works. Okay, so now what you are going to share is your working thesis statement and your revised thesis statement. You don't have to tell me what you learned, but I want you to think about it. Are you more comfortable with your thesis statement now that we have this activity? Remember to share only your results, the working thesis and the revision. If you have any questions, please send me an email. Thanks.